Yo, what's going on? It is Saturday, May 4th. The team is on break. A lot of things are transpiring, but welcome back to another video. Hope all is well. For those that's watching the rebroadcast, please give us a like. That'll be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get updated on our latest content as it drops. All right, so on this show, I want to be talking about who will be the game changers for Coach Prime's Colorado Buffaloes for the 2024 season. There has to be some game changers. We already know Shedeur Sanders is the man in charge. He's a game changer. We know Travis Hunter is a game changer. That's a given. But we got to talk about others. There has to be others out there. So who are they? So we're going to get into that in this video. But I also want to talk about the first game. I want to talk about that first game. That first game is very important. North Dakota State is very important. I'm sitting here looking at the rosters and seeing what Shedeur got to deal with throwing that ball. And I think he's going to be all right, but we're going to see. Yeah, this is a matchup here that is very important. This is the first game of the season. And this game here sets the tempo for the rest of the season. So this is a very important game. And also I believe it's the first game of the college football season. It's the very first one. And it's airing on, I believe, a Thursday night. They pushed it up. So this is going to be a game to watch. A lot of people are going to be watching it, including myself. So yeah, it's going to be a heavily watched game because it's the first one, and it's on prime time. Prime time. So I can't wait for that. And I do have some suggestions, but it's just my own thoughts, right? I think they have to come in and keep their foot on the gas for the whole game. You don't want this game to be close and give them any kind of confidence that they can stick with you. You gotta bury them quickly, and not only that, keep them there, throughout the whole game until the final bell whistle, until the coaches shake hands. You know how it is after that, then it's over. Then you're on to the next game. But I must admit, I'm gonna take it one game at a time. I do, like I said, I have my predictions, but I'm just gonna take it one game at a time. I will be betting on them this year. I will be betting on every single game, and I will be letting you know what my results are. And in the final season, we're going to see if I'm in the negative or if I'm in the positive. Last year, I kind of broke even, believe it or not, because the first game, that was a give me for whoever betted for them. If you betted against them, you lost your money in that TCU game. I wish I could have bet more, and then I probably would have ended the season in the positive, but even despite all the losses. But we're going to track it this year. And if you're also betting, let me know what your results are. Yeah, man. I'm not even a better like that. I don't even bet, man. I'm not even a better, but I'm betting on this team. I always bet on the underdog, no matter what. Um, Shirley, how you doing? Peter, what's going on? Stevie Davy, how you doing? You said on Well Off they are praising Jesus while cursing it. Come on, Peter. Come on, man. I didn't even watch the video yet, and you're already lying. You're already lying, Peter. You're already lying. But welcome, Peter. Thank you for coming on the panel the other day, sharing your insight. We will look for you throughout the season. After the games, I plan to have you on to give your thoughts, because maybe they might change your mind, Peter. By game 3, they might change your mind. Oh yeah, Peter is in full form. Yes, indeed. On a Saturday, he's always consistent. I'm waiting for the other one to come in, but he'll come in later. You said Ryan Garcia at 12:04. My pleasure. Okay, Peter. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to look at that timestamp. You can put that timestamp in there later on in this video. I know you want it. So yeah, we're gonna look for to have you on the panel to give your commentary because they might change your mind. Might change your mind, Peter. They might change your mind. Yes, indeed. But I was looking at the depth chart, right? It's an unofficial depth chart. What you see right here, it's unofficial, and we don't know really what the depth chart is. But I'm gonna look at this article. It's pretty good, so it gives me something to work with, even though all the players are not there yet. So this is subject to change in the summer or midsummer. I would say by midsummer, not even before midsummer, into their training, this should all the way change because that means all the players should be there, all the freshmen, everybody should be in house, all the transfers, everybody will be there, even some additions that they're adding on. Because remember, they might still be adding on people. So, of course, this is going to be, and also you're going to have to subtract some people from this article here. Because since this article was written, Shimon Mateer had transferred somewhere else. Oh, and by the way, before I get into this, Shimon Mateer had a really good interview on TB's channel. I'll leave the link in a second, but I would say take a look at that because he gave some insight and different things like that. So, and he also gave the reason on why he transferred. He said he wasn't feeling it by week 2. He was there. So by week 2, he was already making plans, and he had already told the team it wasn't a situation where he just upped and transferred. They already knew he was doing it. He already talked to his positional coaches and everything. So, but one of the reasons why he left is not because he couldn't cut the mustard. It's because he didn't like how he was going to be used in the offense. He want to be used more like some of the tight ends you see out there, the great tight ends you see out there. He want to be used like that. And also he has 2 years left of eligibility, so he want to maximize his time that he has left in college. So he talked about that. He also said that this team, this is just from his observation from the time he's been there. Let's just, put it to the side that, things going to change because all the players are not there yet, right? So he can only speak from his time there, but he was saying this team is geared to make the wide receiver shine. He said it's going to be pretty much lit for the wide receivers. This is an offense for the wide receivers to really go out there and shine. So he did say that. And he said some other things too. I'm not going to give it all away. You got to go over there to TB's channel and click on his live and take a listen. He was up there for a considerable amount of time. And he was very candid. There's some things he didn't talk about. He was respectful, but he's not taken away from the team. He said he think they're going to do some things. At least get to a bowl game. That's what he said. He said this is a bowl game team here. But he said anything after that he don't want to speak on. But yeah, he did say that they looking like the offense going to be lit, especially with them wide receivers. And I have to agree with him because we do have Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. We got Jimmy Horn coming back in. Oh, he also said Jimmy Horn is going to show out this year. He said he could just see it. So, which I agree with him. I think he's really going to show out. He has some extra motivation. His former teammate, that transferred in with him, Xavier Weaver, getting his shot in the NFL, that should be some motivation for him. Some motivation to get drafted. But look for him to show out this year. Look for him to do it because he damn sure did it last year. And I have to remind people that he showed out last year. Yes, he did. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have won that Colorado State game. We weren't supposed to win it. Hold on, somebody call. Okay, call back. We weren't supposed to win that game. We wasn't supposed to win it. But Jimmy Horn, I don't know what Coach Prime said to him. He had pulled him to the side. You remember that moment they had? He pulled him to the side. He said, "Look here, we need you. We need you now." And he went out, and yes, he did. He made a big play. The guy that hurt Travis Hunter, that was the guy he juked. Yes, indeed. He juked him, and then he dived into the end zone right in the pylon. He dived into the end zone, touchdown. That was big. And then after that, we needed a 2-point conversion, and that's when Michael Harrison showed up. Them two gentlemen won us the game along with Shedeur Sanders' arm. Okay, we needed Shedeur to throw it, yes. But them two gentlemen secured us the victory. And then Michael Harrison just all the way showed out. He all the way showed out because he kept getting open, and they kept scoring. That's what won the game. But other than that, we weren't supposed to win it. We were supposed to win the Stanford game. That was what we were supposed to win. That was, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because of the 13th. The game was late. I don't know. But again, Jimmy Horn showed up. Oh, and also in that game, Tavares Dawson caught a pass. He sure did. And it was a big one. So them guys stepped up. But Jimmy were all the way stepped up. And Xavier did too. But look for, that's one of my game changes right there. That's why I'm talking about him, because I'm going into the game changes right now. I'm not even going to the depth chart yet. And actually, maybe I don't need to because all the players are not there yet. I'm going off what I know. Jimmy Horn is going to be a game changer. I'm telling you. All he got to do is hum that ball deep to him, and he going to catch it. I'm telling you he is. He going to catch it. He going to catch it. And but we, the game changers, I'm excluding Travis and Shedeur because they are given. We know that they're game changers. I'm talking about everybody else. We need somebody else to step up. Jimmy's going to be the one. And another person that I'm looking at. The reason why I'm looking at this person is because I looked at his stats last year and I looked at his highlights. He has a knack to get open. He has a knack to do some whatever he's doing with his routes to break free from the cornerback. Okay? Once he breaks free, that ball is his. If you place it to him, he got it. And now he got an outstanding quarterback. That's LeJontay Wester. Look for this man to come up big. Look for this man to come up big. When I tell you, look for him to come up big. Because he got to. He's going to come up big. I know we're talking about the incoming freshman that's coming in. I'm talking about what I see right now. And you're going to be surprised at my third player. Because a lot of people have been saying stuff about this guy I'm about to talk about in a second. Okay? But getting back to LeJontay Wester, he has some kind of knack to get open. He can get open. He can get open, especially when you need some big yards downfield. He's going to get open somehow. He's going to get open, and that's what they need for them barn burner games where it's close. They're gonna need him to break free, and that's some. And look, I just named two people, Jimmy Horn and LeJontay Wester. I'm not even talking about our major weapon in Travis Hunter. I'm not even talking about him. Okay, because sometime when he's on the field, he's going to be like a decoy because the defense is going to be keyed in on him. They're going to be eyeing him, but somebody else going to be open. So that's how dangerous this is. You're going to be looking at him because you know that he's going to get the ball. So because he's going to get a certain amount of touches. So you have to look at him. But then you're going to forget about Jimmy Horn. You're going to forget about LeJontay Wester. And you're going to forget about this man I'm getting ready to tell you about. Okay? You're getting ready for Amarion Miller. Okay? That's just what it is right there. I don't need to say anymore. I already said that it looks like he's unguardable. It looks like it. Now, albeit, I don't see all of the practice, right? I'm going off of the downloads I'm receiving right now. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm getting some downloads. I'm telling you right now, he has to play. I don't care how he get in the game. He got to get in the game. If he's one-on-one, right? If he's in one-on-one coverage, just hum that ball to him. He going to go get it. I'm just telling you. He's unguardable. He unlocked a new level of achievement. You understand? He's up at 4 stars now. He don't unlocked it. And it's pending. But remember I said this, by his junior year, he's going to be the premier receiver. I'm just telling you. In the college world. And they have to try to keep him. Because you know how it is with this transfer portal. This transfer portal be biting people. So you know how it is with this transfer portal now. Make them comfortable, because this guy, we talking about other receivers coming in. I know they talking about Baby T.O. and they talking about this person, talking about the freshman. I understand that. He's ready to go. Please, whatever y'all do, please do not sit him on ice, because y'all going to lose him. Do not sit him on ice. I know it's a lot of ball to go around. You got to make everybody happy. I get it. It's not enough ball to go around. But please don't put him on ice. I'm telling you something special about him. Don't put him on ice. Don't, because if you put him on ice, he going to skate up out of there. Because teams are watching. You know how we're watching? Other teams watching the talent too. Yes, they are. They watching. So remember, he's a game changer. If he's on one-on-one coverage, it's already a mismatch. It's already a mismatch because he's gonna get it. Just hum it to him. He gonna get it. That's very dangerous what I'm saying right now, because I ain't even talking about Travis Hunter right now. Not even talking about, because we already know what to expect from him. Only thing we expect, we hope that he remains healthy. That's it. Everything else, he just catching whatever he gonna do out there. I'm talking about these 3 gentlemen here: Jimmy Horn, LaJohntay Wester, and Omarion. Those are the X factors. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, you cannot keep either one of these men on ice. You can't. All right? You got it? Now, unfortunately, I can't even talk about the running backs. Unfortunately. Because I'm still a little sore about losing those 3 backs we just lost. I'm still a little sore about it. But I'm going to be all right. You know how it is. I'm going to be all right. But Lord, we just lost some. Boy, we lost something there. We lost a potential 1,000-yard rusher. All of them could have rushed for 1,000. Every last one of them that left. One of them had already proven to rush for 1,000. 2 of them did. Savion Wilkerson, remember, he ran for over 1,000 at Jackson State. So we know that they can run that ball. We know Coach want to run the ball. We know he can run it. But the guy from Ohio State is coming in. Look for him to get major touches here. That's what he going to get, major touches, because they need to have that balanced attack. Now, they could prove me wrong and just air the ball out and just score in bunches. They could prove me wrong, and I'll take that. You see what I'm saying? They could, but all they need to do that, they need max protection, and they need to protect number 2. They need to protect number 2, man. And that's where the tight end from Ohio State comes in, because he's going to have the task of guarding on that right side. It's either the right or the left. He's going to be on either side, or Passarello on one side. He's going to be on the other, one or the other. So that's what's going to happen to help the tackles out. Occasionally, Shedeur does like to pass to his tight ends. He's done it at Jackson State. Now, will the tight ends get all the touches like somebody like a Bowers at Georgia? No. There's not too many people like Brock Bowers. It's not too many people. But he will get it to you. Because remember, at Jackson State, to win that game, who did he throw it to? Who he throw it to? He threw it to the tight end, and the tight end dropped it. So, but he does look for his tight ends. He looks for whoever's open, but he looks for his tight ends as well. If Shedeur for any reason, he has to go ahead and start running, he'll do it. If he has an opportunity to, he will run that ball. He will do it, and he knows how to protect himself. So he will run it if he has to. I don't think it's going to be too many. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But if this offensive, remember I said, if this offensive line show out and it's impossible to hit them, they're going to win some ball games here in year 2. This is going to be a totally different situation from year 3 if they can. But the competition is stiff, though. The competition is heavy, and they got to be ready. The offensive lineman, that's the most important group right now, besides the quarterback. It's the offensive line, because they have the task of protecting him, especially when he likes to hum that ball a lot. They're going to have to protect him. Okay, so yeah, they got their work cut out for him, especially the freshman, Jordan Seaton. That's another game changer. He got to be a game changer. He has no other choice at this point because he's the starter at left tackle. And I honestly believe we upgraded from left tackle, even though he's a freshman. So he knows the task at hand here. He knows what he has to do. It's a tall task, but he got to do it. And under the tutelage of Coach Loholt, he'll be fine. But he got a very, very important task because Shedeur is right-handed. He's protecting Shedeur's blind side. Look for a tight end to be over there too, to help him if he need be. But I don't think he need help. I think it's going to be on the right side. They mainly focus on that side, but I think Seaton is going to be fine. And another very important position is the center position. Very important, man. Anybody know back in the day, Jeff Saturday? You know what I'm saying? How important, or the great tight ends in the past. I always mention Jeff Saturday because that was Peyton Manning, Marquise Pouncey and Mike Pouncey, the Pouncey twins. They were centers. They're future Hall of Famers. That center position is very important. You know what I'm saying? That center. So whoever the center is, they have a tall task. It looked like it might be Zelinkas. But from what I've heard, he comes from a long line of centers. Grandfather was a center. His dad was a center. Brother was a center. So he got sent being a center in his blood. He should be fine. So with that being said, those are my game changers. Now, like I said, I know we have some people coming in, but I don't know yet. I ain't seen them practice, nothing. I've seen the highlights though, high schools, different things like that. But you got to show me what you could do at this level. High school is a totally different situation. You got to let's at least see what you do in practice. And then we go from there. We know what Seaton can do. He's staying in there. He's on the ones. So I just know what a good offensive tackle look like. I just know he's one of them. I could just tell. So those are my game changes for the 2024 season. It's subject to change because, like I said, more additions are coming. Everybody doing all right today? How's it going, Peter? What's up, Sir Ken? Davis Johnson, what's going on? He said the kid from Bama, Caden Proctor, struggled last year too. He grew as the year went on. Expect similar trajectory for Seaton. Right. I like that comment, Davis Johnson. I like that. Yeah, he's a freshman, had to learn on the fly. But he was good enough to start, though. But he learned on the fly. And like you said, as the season went on, he got stronger. Because I was watching him. Because there was a lot of hype coming in with Caden Proctor. And my favorite positions is that offensive line. Right? And I watched him and his stats and stuff at Bama. He did get stronger as the year went on. Emmanuel, you said you think Hank is gonna be the center. Looks like it. Peter said losing Van Wells is a huge loss. You said it's a mistake starting Jordan. He's need ready yet? He's not ready yet? You don't think he's ready yet? We getting ready to find out. We getting ready to find out, man. Getting ready to find out. We'll see. The only way to find out is put him in there. That's it. Only way to find, but I think he's going to be fine though. He's really working hard, and from what I understand, on the break he's putting that work in. He's running and everything else, so he really wants it. So that means I'm not worried about him. For somebody that want it like that, that's enough to put you over to the next level. So I think he's going to be all right. You said the center for the Colts, Max? Jeff Saturday. There's a lot of good centers back in the day. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot currently in the league now. That one from the 49ers is pretty good. It's a lot of them actually that stand out to me. But those guys, they don't retire now. But and also my center from the Jets, he was pretty good too. The center is important though. I used to watch when Peyton used to call all those audibles. Jeff Saturday is fixing the line as he's doing it. They both working together. It was beautiful to watch. He was like making sure everybody knew exactly what Peyton was talking about. So you remember how Peyton used to call those audibles like nobody's business. Sometimes he'll almost run the clock out and then snap the ball. It was something to see. I haven't seen another quarterback like. Is there any other quarterback out there like that? I haven't seen too many. But they gave him a lot of leeway in changing the plays. So I haven't seen too many afterwards. I know Shador does it every now and then, but not quite that excessive. I'm sure there's a quarterback out, but he's not on my radar. But not quite as excessive as Manning. Yeah, you say he'll figure it out as the year go on. Yeah, he's going to get stronger as the games go on. Yeah, he got there early. He put in the work. He's going to be ready, man. He's going to surprise it. He's going to be good, man. Just imagine what that bag going to be like his second year, man. Because if he do good his freshman year, all that money is coming in the truckloads. I'm telling you. A good offensive lineman is what you need. And if you get them, you got to keep them. Yeah, man. That's it's my favorite position, though, that offensive line. Because nobody gives them credit, but they're very important. They could make or break a game. They read defenses too, especially the center. He could look at what's going on and get his line together to prepare what's going to for the attack that's about to come. A good center could see it. So you said Okunlola, Hayes, BJ Green are better than a lot of rushers. Seaton we'll see all year. But yeah, he could definitely getting his work with those guys, so he should be ready. And the harder they go at him, is the better. And I'm sure he don't mind the smoke. Like, please bring it, because I'm only getting better as more you go at me. I mean, go at me 100%, so I could be ready come opening day. Yeah, that center position is very, very. It's extremely important. Mike and Marquise Pouncey was good at it. You wasn't getting nothing past them, nothing. And also, if you did get something, they could block two people if they had to. Yeah, them guys were good, man. They were really good. I seen him in one game. He snapped the ball. Roethlisberger dropped back. He's blocking to his left side. Then a blitz came and he went and took him down. Yeah, man, it's really good. I like to see that. He blocking one with one arm, and then the other arm he blocking the other one, and then went and attacked the other one. And then Roethlisberger was able to get it off. And of course, one of the premier tackles out there obviously is Trent Williams. He's very technical if you watch him, because you're not getting nothing past him too much. It's very rare, but you're not going to get too much off on him. So he's a future Hall of Famer in my eyes. You said, what's the disaster there? You said because Peter said the wide receiver room will be a disaster. Please tell us why he doesn't favor Amarion Miller. He marginalized him. No, he can't do that. No, it's not too many wide receivers. Like most schools, they got more than that. And walk-ons too. They got some that won't even suit up in the game. They waiting to suit up. They got some teams got so many wide receivers. Some of them are not going to suit up. They just on the practice squad. They're not going to suit up, and they like 3 and 4 stars. Ain't that crazy? Alabama has them. That's not going to suit up. That's how many 5 stars and 4 stars he was keeping to himself. Now, see, this day and age, he wasn't going to be able to get away with it for too much longer, because these kids are going to start transferring. But yeah, he had them all on ice, just waiting. And he just played the best one. The best one. That's why his team was so damn good. Imagine you got five stars in one room, and you're only playing the best out of that group. You're gonna be good. And he stayed on them too. You know how the hard coaching and stuff. Oh my God, have you ever seen him mic'd up? Oh, it's hilarious though. Like he stays on a player. He was staying on what's his name? He just got drafted. Kool-Aid McKinstry. He stayed on him. He got on him during a game one time because he walked up, like, you know how you run off the field and then you start walking right at the sideline. He said, you're walking. Why are you walking? Like, he stayed on him. And in practice, he stayed on him. It was like they were married. You said we are in a 10. You think it is? I don't know. It's 10. You think a 10-man rotation? 10? You mean wide receivers 10? I could see a lot of them getting some touches. The main ones, though, it's going to be about 4. Like the premier ones, it's going to be about 4. You got Travis. I mean, outside of Travis, you got 4 that you're going to see a lot of. What is? Let me see what he's saying. Okay, but yeah. So it's going to be about 4, maybe 5 deep, because you count Travis too. So, but the other ones will get in too at some point. You'll see them too if need be. You'll see them. I think last year, how deep were they last year? We saw a lot of receivers, but then some receivers, they just like disappeared. Like we didn't see them no more. We've seen them occasionally, like that. Like we saw sporadically Travaris Dawson. And I thought he should have been featured a little bit more. Because the reason why I say that those 2 plays he had for those touchdowns, that wasn't by accident. He's good. I was like, oh my God, he's really good. I don't know if they're looking at his size. I don't know what it was. Was it his size? That was like kind of like they were kind of iffy about. No, look at Deshaun Jackson. No, don't. It ain't the size, it's the heart. And sometimes big players show up in games. That's what it is. I remember a coach told me one time, he was like, he said it's a phenomenon with certain players, and he said coaches got to catch it. He said he went to Eddie Robinson camp one time when he was a young man. He went because he wanted to learn how, he wanted to get some pointers on being a coach. And he played football. He played, in Canada. As far as pro wise, he played in Canada. And he thought he knew everything about the game, but he didn't know everything about coaching. That's what he told me. He said, I never forget what he said. He said that he thought he knew it. He said he thought he knew how to spot a player, everything, until he went to an Eddie Robinson camp of coaches. And he said his mind was blown away. He said Eddie Robinson was like, there's certain players you have to watch. He said, I'm talking about you have to stalk them. You have to watch, and whoever your positional coach is, they have to catch it. They have to catch it. Because there are stars waiting to be born, and you won't see it. Because he was saying sometime in practice, they might not be doing, he said, because he was telling me, he said some players, they're ready to peak, but you got to catch when it's happening. He said sometimes players are being practiced and they're practicing okay, but it seemed like other people are doing better. But he said you just have to just boost it and let them play. He said you got to catch. He said there's certain nuances that you got to catch. And he said once he learned that, he said it was this one player he had on his team. He was very quiet. He was kind of skinny. He was quiet, but he had good hands. And he was just quiet. And one time they had a close game and they had an injury. And then he was like, they were thinking about putting another player in or him. He said he still didn't want to put him in. He said, you know what? Let me put him in. He wound up catching 4 touchdowns. And the rest was history. He never looked back. After he did that, it's like something clicked off in his brain. And yeah, something clicked off in his brain. He was like, but he almost missed it. He said he almost missed it. Because he said if he hadn't put him in, that would have messed him up. He said he would have missed it. So it's like the coaches can get better. I know they feel like, oh, I'm I know football. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Nah, man. These other football programs gonna walk through you. It's certain players you got to catch them, and guess what? Every single team has them, and they could be walk-ons. They could be walk-ons. They could be just a quiet player that stayed to himself. You just got to catch it. It's hard to do though. That's like good coaches are. That's why you put coaches in the Hall of Fame. That's why you put coaches in the Hall of Fame, even though they're not playing, because those are the coaches that can catch it. My question to you is, what did Bill Belichick see in Tom Brady? I'll wait. Go look at his combine. What did he see? Because I remember it. They were clowning him because he did get invited to the combine, right? And the announcers were clowning him because he was slow. They were clowning him, and then it was like they weren't comparing to Forrest Gump. They were comparing him to somebody, and they started clowning him. Bill Belichick was off to the side. You hear what I'm saying to you? He was off to the side. He wasn't with nobody. He was off to the side. He was watching them. He was off to the side. Whatever he was writing down, it's something he saw. And then I forget the interview, because Bill talked about it. They was like, "What did you see? Did you get lucky?" Let me tell you guys something. That wasn't luck. He saw something. That wasn't luck. Every team passed up on him. That's why he stayed in the league so long, because he wanted to make sure he played until them quarterbacks retired. He said it. I'm gonna play so long that all those quarterbacks you passed up on me, I'm gonna make sure they retire. I'm gonna make sure I get more Super Bowls than them too. It was something, I think he said he caught it in the interview. It was something about how he was looking in his eyes or something. It was something that he caught. That's what the coaches, you got to catch it. You got to catch that. Dawson had it, y'all. He had it. Remember, he had it. I hope he didn't lose it though. I hope he didn't lose it, but he had it. Let me tell you something. He was good enough in high school to get a nod at Auburn. Think about that. And everybody at Auburn don't play. Like I said, at these big schools, these 3 and 4 and 5 star, none of them play. Not all of them play. But the coaches know who's coming next, though. They know. It's really crazy how they do it, because I've been watching them. Like at Alabama, they had, like I said, not just 5 stars. They even have so many walk-ons. It looked like it's almost 200 people on the team. Like, what the hell is this at practice, right? But obviously, everybody can't be on the team, because they can only carry a certain amount of people, and then they can only travel with a certain amount of people, right? But they got so many people on ice that, like, okay, this person here, they almost got it to a science. Okay, this person here, by his junior year, he'd be ready to go, but we're gonna keep him here and watch him. This one here, he might not make it, so he'll probably transfer, because they know that there's gonna be mad people that transfer every year. They know that. But they know the ones that they're watching, they don't transfer. JC Latham didn't transfer. I remember they were saying a lot of stuff about JC Latham his freshman year. That man went into the first round, didn't he? Didn't he go into the first round? He sure did. He went to the first round. And they had a lot to say about him, because you can go back. If this is how you do it, just put in JC Latham in your Google search and type in the year that he was a freshman. Go look at the articles. There's a huge upside. I remember this one coach said during their spring training, there's a huge upside to him. He's not ready yet, but he's on the pro track. How did he know that? He was like, he's making mistakes, but he's on a pro track. We just gotta get. He just need the what did he say? He just need the technique. He just need the technique. That's all he need. Everything else is good. And he turned out to be right. And this guy was right on all of them. How you get right on all of them? That's not by accident. It's just certain people, you just got to watch them, and you got to catch it. You got to catch it, because you never know. It could have been a superstar for you. And he had a lot of years of eligibility left. So, and another person I'm going to tell you about, I know you're like, here we go. If he go to remember I said, if he go to the right program, he's taking his time on it. If he go to the right program, by his junior year, we're going to be hearing about him. He's going to be a Thorpe Award. He's going to be in talks for the Thorpe. Remember I said it. I ain't going to say his name. Not going to say it. He's going to be in contention for the Thorpe. Remember I said that. Remember I said it. Remember I said it. Sometimes people need a little bit of time to get it together. It's not a bad thing. We're not all the same. Now, some people are just got it together from the gate. Those are rare people, like Caleb Downs, Caden Proctor, JC Latham. These people are rare, but they're there though. They're rare though. But some people need a little couple years to bud. They need a couple years. Yeah. They need a couple years, man. But another player that they let slip through the cracks. Now, it might not be their fault. It's just how they run in their scheme. I don't know how they wanted to use him. Not gonna say his name either. They let potentially Eric Dickerson walk out that door. That's what happened. That's how significant that was. And then it was like a buckshot. Boom, boom, boom. We lost another one. We lost a Rocket Ishmael. Lost another one. But it might have been out of their hands. Could have just been he was homesick. It happens. But I'm gonna tell you something. These big programs, they gonna lose some big ones too. Now, don't get me wrong. Like the Georgias and stuff, there was the Georgia 5-star that left too, right? I'm sure they didn't want him to leave, but he left too. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. It happens with all the big programs. We've seen it with Alabama, because Coach Saban. They're gonna be okay, but they're not. It's not gonna be like how Coach Saban was there. But they're gonna be all right though. Now, like another player I'm watching Eli Manning nephew. Here's what's gonna happen. Ewers, he's gonna have to have a perfect season. And the fans ain't gonna trip. Because if he out there having Heisman highlights, they're not gonna trip. If they lose a game, them fans gonna be chanting. And they gonna put pressure on that coach to put that kid in. Remember I said it. He ready now. I don't know what happened. That, like I said, you know how sometimes I had said the same thing about him. He didn't look good in his freshman ball. He didn't look good at all. He looked like he was timid. He was scared out there, and he didn't know what hit him. He was like a deer in the headlights. I saw this spring game here. He woke up. I don't know. Is that the same person? He woke up now. And he's celebrating. I didn't think he had it in him. And he out there celebrating. He did the whole thing like how the wide receiver did it with his hand, like with the gun. He did that. I said, oh shit. I said, this kid woke up. Sometime it takes a while. Like, we hard on these kids, but they freshmen. They just fresh out of high school. It takes a while. It takes a while. Remember I said that kid that left, I said one day he's going to be up for the Thor. He was the same way. It takes a while to wake up. But once they wake up, you're glad they woke up. Now, here's what I think could happen. Now, I like the dream, right? Shedeur leaving, right? If it's a situation now I already know the coach at Texas, he's not going to do this because he already know, right? Sarkisian, he's not going to let this happen. But if Ewers is having a bad situation, he's not just going to keep him in. I'm telling you, he's not. But if he did, now Coach Prime got action. He can try to get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, go talk to his grandfather because you know him. Like, listen, we need him. You know what I'm saying? We can win a bowl game. We can win a national title with him. We need him. They not playing him over there. They played him. He should have played his sophomore year. Now he got action. But I don't think Sarkisian gonna allow that to happen. You understand? He not gonna allow that to happen. He's gonna play him. Now they might do a situation what they did with Major Applewhite and Chris Sims. Remember what they did with Major Applewhite and Chris Sims, right? Phil Sims' son. Y'all know who he is. They split them. They played both of them. Remember that? They played both. This might happen again. And guess what? It happened at Texas, didn't it? Now, Sarkisian wasn't the coach at the time. This was way back. You see what I'm saying? When they had Major Applewhite and Chris Sims, because everybody was calling for Chris Sims because who his dad was. His dad was Phil Sims, New York Giants, Super Bowl. So the fans were calling for him. And Major Applewhite was a good quarterback, right? So the coach like, you know what? I'm playing both of them. In certain situations, I'm putting Major Applewhite in. In certain other situations, I'm putting Chris Sims in. That's what he did. And then, Sims, his final year, he played the whole season. And the fans were happy. They got another situation like that now. Ain't that something? And it happened at Texas. He gonna have to play him. Because what I saw in that spring game, that kid is ready. Now, albeit he wasn't being pressured that much. Okay. And it was the second team or whoever team it was. So I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not totally crapping on Ewers. I'm not crapping on him because I don't know what team that was he was doing that. Was that the second, third string? What was that? But he looked good though. He looked good. Them balls was crisp. He was humming them. Them balls were spinning. I ain't got to say no Diddy. If somebody say like no Diddy, because I said the balls were spinning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into all that, no Diddy and all. I don't have to say that to assure y'all that I'm not being nasty. You understand? So look, I'm just joking around, but remember I said it. They're gonna play both of them because they're not gonna sit Ewers out because they're not trying to ruin his chances at the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They got to keep him happy. They got to keep the fans happy because they're going to be calling for that kid. I'm telling you, they are. They're going to be calling for him. And that's a Manning, too. Yeah, they're going to be calling for him. Manning at the games, too. I see Peyton there sometime. They watching him. Like, whatever they did, they got that kid together. Whatever happened. So, like, his own, like, look here now. We're going to get you together. They got him together. And I said the same thing. I don't know. It's something about the Mannings. Because I didn't think Eli was going to pan out like that. I didn't. Like when he first went to the Giants, it was a whole big thing. Oh, my son ain't playing here. He ain't playing there. His dad was off the hook. He was like, my son ain't going there. Don't you think about drafting him. Period. So when he went to the Giants, I'm like, I don't know, man. He seemed too timid. He don't seem that kid shit. You can't measure the heart. You can't quantify it. Remember I said that. It's what's in your heart. You can't see that. You got to see it by their actions. And when they're tested, when they're battle tested, that's when you'll see it. That's when they come out. But you just can't look at them from the exterior and measure his heart because they couldn't do it with Tom Brady. Obviously, Belichick did. I don't know how he saw it, but I don't know. But Eli, he had Tom Brady's number. He did it fucking twice. Yes, he did. Never forget it. Never forget it, man. This did it twice on him. He's, oh, you got Randy Moss and all that. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Y'all sitting up there looking like, a Madden game. Okay, we got you. And they beat him. Beat him twice. I was like, yo, I had this man wrong. He's a winner. Yep. Now I'm going to say it. If I was playing at Ole Miss, I would be in the I would need some type of recondition here. Them fans was off the hook. Them fans out there is trifling for what they did. Y'all trifling. But I'm not going to get into that. Y'all trifling out there at Ole Miss. I don't know who was sending their son to Ole Miss. Even though Eli went there, I understand. But them fans out there is trifling. They trifling now. But I'll get into that another time. But they trifling everywhere, right? It happened at UVA. They trifling too. But it is what it is. You can't get past it. You really can't. But you can't measure it. So like I was saying with these players, you can't measure it. Sometimes you just gotta let them play. Because you don't know until they get in that game. Didn't they call James Worthy Big Game James? Didn't they? Why they call him that? Because he showed up when it counted. Come on, man. Robert Ory. Didn't he show up when it counted? Everybody talk about Kobe get all this call. He got all that. It was because of Robert Ory. Remember that. Robert Ory secured some of them championships. And he did it on multiple teams. San Antonio. You could thank Robert Horry, because people be forgetting. You could thank Robert Horry. How many rings do Robert Horry has? I don't know. Anybody know how many he had? He got 6 rings or 7. He might have 6 or 5. I think he might have 4 or 5, Robert Horry. Robert Horry. Come on, man. Y'all know Robert Horry. He shows up when it counts. Some of these people show up when it counts. You got to see it. You got to see it. That's why I'm talking about the game changers this year. I know people, like some people, now I know Peter said something about Omarion. He wasn't the only one, because Big Worm said something too about Omarion. Something they don't like. Man, nah, y'all wrong about that kid. And I said that his freshman year. It's on video. I got receipts. It was right before their spring game. I said it. I said this kid is special. I got it. I'm gonna play it the next live. I'm gonna show you. I said it. I said, who is this kid? And they was like, Max, that's Omarion. I said, whoa. Who is this kid again? They said it's Omarion. I said, he's special. And they was like, how you know? I said, it's the way he just lined up. And he was looking at the quarterback and he looked straight. He was in a zone. I said, this kid is special. And I hope they don't let him go. I said it. The next live, I'm gonna play it. The next live, I'm gonna play it. I caught it. I said, this kid is special. You know who else I said it about? I said it about the other transfer that came in, that wide receiver that came in and didn't play, from Marshall or wherever he came from. They missed that one. I said about Amar, I said, who is that kid right there? They was like, Amar, I said, that kid is special. I didn't even see him play. I could just tell. It's the way he lined up and he like looked at the quarterback and the coach Rashad. It was remember the practice before the spring game? It was the practice before last year's spring game. It was like when the wide receivers was like lining up to go catch the ball. Rashad was there trying to distract them. And it's the way he looked at Shedeur. And he didn't even see Rashad. His eyes were straight. He didn't blink or nothing. I said, this kid is special. I hope they almost didn't catch it. They almost didn't catch it because I remember Travis Hunter, he told him to put him back in. They almost didn't. See what I'm talking about? They almost didn't catch it. That's what I'm saying. Who was the wide receiver coach at the time? Who was he? Because he almost didn't catch it. He almost didn't catch it. He almost didn't catch it. But they caught it, though. They caught it. I don't care how they catch it. If Travis held him, it don't matter as long as they caught it. But guess who caught it, though? USC caught it. Because I could show you when he was catching all them balls, how the coaches were zeroed in on him. After, you know how you catch the ball, they'll look away after you caught the ball. No, they stayed zeroed in on him. After he threw the ball down, going back, trotting, you could see the coach's eyes zeroed in on him. They wanted him. They were like, I hope he hit the transfer portal. I hope he do. That's how they were looking at him. They said, oh, we just found one here. The fuck? That's how they were looking. So, but he didn't slip away, though, because he's still there. He didn't slip away. So good. He didn't slip away. Like I said, every team got that problem. Some do slip away and some stay. It just so happened we had a bow. We had the back shot, back to back, whatever that song was. That's how it happened. I remember I had a video talking about how they could use Alton and Dillon. Just imagine Shedeur lined up at center. Like, oh, y'all gonna sack me? Let me line up at center on y'all. Got Alton to the left, Dillon to the right. He drops back. Alton is there, but Dillon runs into the flat real quick and just off to the races. It's off to all he had to do is dump it to him. Off to the races. That's hard. Do you know how they could have did it? them damn UCLA people were acting up, weren't they? What's his name? Latu, and the twins standing up like that, styling on us, right? Okay, cool. All right, well, let me line up in the shotgun since y'all gonna do that. Okay, cool. Let me have both of my running backs to my side. Okay. All right, cool. So now I'm dropping back. Here y'all come. Boop, just dump it into the flat real quick. Now y'all don't got burned. Now y'all don't got burned because that one play, not only did they sent an all-out blitz, even the damn linebackers blitz, all of them did. Okay, since y'all want to be cute, let me just throw it in the flat and let my track star get to work then, since y'all want to be cute. Oh, that game got my goat. Ooh, that game got me hot. That game got me hot, man. That game got me hot. Because, okay, cool. Dylan ain't big enough. Okay, y'all ran all over him. Okay, cool. Let me put McCaskill in the backfield. Let me line up his shotgun because here y'all come again with your damn rush. Okay, Alton, just go ahead and run in the flat, yo, and turn into a receiver, yo, on them. And we just going to burn them now. We're going to make them stop doing what they doing. Okay? We're going to make them stop doing what they doing. But see, they ain't respected. They ain't put no respect on it. They kept blitzing. Blitz and blitz, 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 blitz. And then they had the nerve to sit up there and run the ball. Okay, now they're going to take all the damn time off the clock. That's what happened. We could have won that game too. So that was a winnable game. That was a winnable game. Just didn't have all the weapons in. Now, we did have Hankerson. He did okay. We did have Hankerson. We did. I would have put him in. If they're going to use him, I would have put him in have him go in the flat then. Okay. So let them keep blitzing. And then once you burn them for about 15, 20 yards, keep doing it back to back. Then they'll stop because they don't know when it's happening. So they'll stop. And then he'll have time to go ahead and have Travis go. Well, he went. Did he play in that game? Yeah. I have him go get one and burn them at that point. So, yeah. That ain't going to happen this year. It can't happen. Got to have them running backs going. But damn, we had Dylan, man, that one got me, and Alton. Whew. But it's gonna be Hayden, right? You got to go with him now. So now we got to go. We got so Hayden, yeah, we got to go with him. Run the ball. Dump it off in the flat. Because they did dumped off the flat to Dylan. He got all them yards. So, yeah. So, what else we got? What's up, Murs? Rosecrans, what's going on? Rosecrans, I'll be out there next week. Rosecrans, I'll be near there next week. If you in LA, it ain't Rosecrans. I'm assuming you in LA. Okay, Peter. Now you baiting people now, Peter, with that comment. Oh, you're in Compton? Oh, you over there in Rosecrans and Central? You're not near where's the Nellas at? Campanella Park. Let me see. You said Alton is still healing. His knee was wrapped up, and he was a yellow shirted. No, he had like it was a concussion. It was a concussion protocol. Yeah, bumped in California. I've hear the Boss Mac talking like that. You might know who the Boss Mac topsoil is. He always say bumped in California. He from the Nellas. He from Campanella Park. Um, no, he. You said because he had the sleeve on his knee, he had the yellow. Yeah, let's just talk ball because yeah. You said that's exactly where you from, Campanella, Rosecrans. Yep. Yeah, you know the yeah, I know you know who the Boss Mac is. You mod on his channel. Did you know he was the reason why I started YouTube? Because I have another YouTube channel. He influenced me because I like what he was doing. Because remember, he'd been doing YouTube for years, and I've been watching him for years. And he influenced me. I was like, damn, I could do what he's doing. And I started making YouTube videos because of Boss Mac. Boss Mac Topsoil. Yep, that's a fun fact. Yep, he's still going. Contextual precision. He still make videos. Yeah, he's been doing this for well over 10 years, right? 10 years plus. And I've been following. I like how he's a real person. You know what I'm saying? And he giving his perspective as a real person. He's not a gimmick. And that's why I've been watching. And I started making YouTube right after him. I was like, I'm doing it. He like influenced me. Yep. He influenced me. And he always used to say he's from Campanella Park, Bompton, California. I bought his t-shirts and stuff too. The bitch relax t-shirts. Yep. I got a bunch of them. But I never met him though. Never met him. Just watch his videos. Yeah, but just for the person that said that the man wasn't healthy, no, he had that on because of concussion protocol. He had it on because of concussion protocol, but his knee is fine. You're getting ready to find out this year how fine his knee is. Wait till you see where he's going. Yeah, the next time he go live, I'm gonna come on Rosecrans and I'm gonna tell him he was the reason why I started YouTube, man. You said why they blocked the homie Peter. Peter got blocked? Who blocked Peter? You said also still he ain't gonna be in there for long, W Harmon. He just taking his time. He's not gonna be in there for long. Like the guys that you think nobody talking to, they're getting a lot of action right now. Kermani, a lot of action. A lot of action. He's just gonna take his time with it because they keep everybody guessing. Oh yeah, he got action with it. He got action with it. What's the highest paid coach on the planet? Oh yeah, he got action. It's crazy. He got action with a lot of people. And I think they like that he's quiet. He's not saying nothing. Because these coaches are very competitive. They'll just get somebody just so somebody else can't have them. Once they realize that somebody recruiting them. They get petty too. So they keep everything under wraps. And what's his name? Adam Hopkins should get picked up pretty soon. He's not going to stay in the portal long either, Adam Hopkins. Now, Charlie can actually run now. He's a running back. He can run. Yeah, when they were already gone when the scholarship was given out, right? Well, I mean, some of the people, they gotta hope they get picked up because some people get stuck in that portal. But as far as Colorado picking up players, yeah, that's gonna happen. They're gonna be able to pick up players. Yeah, Shimon Mateer said that. He said Charlie really liked that. Yeah, he is like that. He really is. Yeah, them teams do fill up fast, Rosecrans. They do fill up fast. Yep. They fill up fast. That's what I'm saying. This portal is it could be risky for some. Like if like you know how did Shador say it mid? So if I'm mid, right, but I'm good enough to get on special team. Let's say if I'm a freshman and they redshirted me and I'm mid right now because I need to gain weight, I need to do different things, but they see potential in me. Oh, I'm staying for the vibe, okay? Because I'm a red shirt, the weights and possibly get on special team. Because now if I get on special team, at least I could travel with the team. And then I'll do my YouTube like that and take y'all behind the scenes. I'll really blow up. I'll make the most of it. Okay. I'm like, coach, can I get an interview with you, coach? He's like, what's going on? I need an interview with you for my channel. You know he'll do it. He'll give you about 5-10 minutes. Coach, give me about 5 minutes. I don't need 10. Give me 5, coach. Every week, let's do the coach prime thoughts of the week. Let's do thoughts of the week, coach. Give me 5 minutes. I'm not going to give you full 10 because that's for the major networks. You know, you give them about 10, 15, but you know, give me 5. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay you, but you know, it's off the strength. You got to talk to them like that. You know, like you got to go to them as a businessman, you know, as business, and he'll understand it. Yeah, Charlie earned a scholarship. He can run. He's a running back. I don't look at him as like somebody that was, you know, he's a running back. I just look at him as a running back. He's a running back. And if you put him in the game, he's going to do the same thing if that line holds up. So he probably going to get it. He going to get some playing. I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'll say that. I just look at him as a running back. I don't see what the big deal. I mean, you know, he just got his scholarship. I get it, but he got a lot of other stuff going on. He a 4.0 student. He probably going to be going like what medical school or something. He got a huge upside to him. But if you give him a chance, though, he gonna run that ball now. He's not gonna stop doing that. Now, Rosecrans, I don't know if you ever be on TV. You'd be on TV channel on live. He had said something like that too, and a lot of people feel that way. Yep, a lot of people feel that way. But let's say if it is that way, right? Well, guess what? They got a running back out the deal because he blossomed into a running back. He sure did. He blossomed into a running back. But I could see what you say about the powers that be, you know. But like I said, he's a running. He don't turn into himself a running back that you can use, you know. You say he would never beat out Alton, Dylan Wilkerson. Yeah, but see, you never know what's gonna happen. Like somebody could unfortunately, you know, go down, you know, get concussion or whatever the case is. He's up next. You know, it's a long season. You said JB is a pass rusher. Trevor is a cover guy. Yeah, man. JB, he's on a mission. Right. He don't think it don't seem like they don't think too much. So they can use him somehow. I just look at him as a running back. Like, okay, he a running back. He's not like, faking it. He can really play. But if there's an injury, I don't want to keep saying injury. I don't like when people go down, but it can happen really quickly. Look what happened with Savion Washington. I didn't even know he got injured. Then I looked at it again, and you could see he was holding his leg, and he was like limping. It happens fast, and you got to have the next person up ready to go. That's why Alabama is so strong, because the second and third person is ready to play. They can actually start, but they know they got to wait their turn. Next year they up next, and they have somebody lost the graduation or the draft. The next person's up there, but that's what you need. They need to be ready to go and no miss a beat. So yeah, he could easily get in. But before they did he put Charlie at number 2 before they left? I can't remember that. If he put him at number 2 before they left, because he may have gotten wind that they were leaving and then put him at 2. I don't know. I don't know the politics behind it, but I know he got put at 2. Coach Prime said put him at 2, and he said keep him there until I say something. Yeah, Amos and who else? The other kid from Ohio State. Okay, so when he said we'll put him at 2 and keep him there until I say something, was the other 2 still there, or was one of them still there? I can't remember. And my question is, why did he do that? So I will never know that. We'll never know the answer to that. But I thought it was interesting. But it was good for him that he got propelled to number 2, though. You know what I mean? So Peter do better on the panel, y'all. He do. When he gets on the panel, you're like, damn, okay, Peter, that's what's up. He does better on the panel. When he was on the panel the other day, he was making a lot of really, really, really good points. Okay, Alton left a couple days later. Dylan was still there. So maybe he got wind that something was happening. I'm not sure for him to say. But he might have been like, you know what, he's running. I don't know, man. I really don't know. So I can't now I'm just be speculating. But far as I'm concerned, he's still at number 2. So he's the number 2 back. That means if the season was to start tomorrow, guess what? He gonna be in the rotation. And he gotta be ready. He gotta be ready to go. You never know when you're gonna get that opportunity. It could be people go down, anything can happen. Grades, anything can happen. Unforeseen circumstances, death in the family, a person got to lead the team for a minute, anything can happen. He could just trip getting out of bed or something, get injured. I don't want that to happen, but Oh, I keep forgetting about Michael Welch. So he running pretty good too. Now, I don't know if they were RB1 and RB2. I don't know. Were they? And Dylan, because Dylan is not he's not RB2. He's RB1. He would have to be RB1. And my thing is they co RB1s, him and Alton. They're co RB1s. Just pick one and have them both play. Like, I'm not keeping one on ice. They both playing. I'm greedy. I need all of them playing. Yep. And I would tell them, I said, this is what y'all gonna do. Y'all better get ready. They gonna be like, what's up, coach? Y'all get ready. Okay, get in that whirlpool. Okay, get your legs in the whirlpool. Because you're gonna be on that bike this year. We need a running game, don't we? They're like, yeah, all right, huh? Y'all going, you two chart, y'all better get in that water. Y'all get in that water because I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all get in that water, rehab, rehydrate, because y'all going to be running. It's going to be a track meet, guys. That's right. I'm running both of you. Damn it, I'm running all three of you because we need a red zone back. If one of y'all huffing and puffing that game, you coming out, another one coming in. I'm running all four of them because I'm running that ball down there. I want the opposing team to be so damn tired that they got to call a timeout. That's how I want them to be tired, because at some time they'll call an injury timeout, like all of a sudden that a player injured. That's how you know they got them. That's how you know you got them. I want to run that ball down their throats and then give y'all a break for them. And now we're going to air it out. I'll be rotating in so much you would think it's assembly line, because I want it to be non-stop action into the final bell. I want to give them 60 minutes of hell. That's it. The other team will be tired. You got enough running backs to do it. Yeah, see, the thing is, they got to run that ball, man. All right, look. Y'all think I'm playing here. I know y'all don't seen this. Don't act like y'all didn't see this roster, man. Don't act like y'all didn't see it. Don't like y'all didn't see this roster, man. I'm looking at this roster and I'm studying it. And they got some big boys here. And this team, this is a team right here that you don't want to play. You don't want to play this team, but we got to play in the first game. This is a team that can beat people. And they're slept on. You can't sleep. This is a team you can't sleep on here. But I suspect they're going to beat them. Like, I just don't think they're going to come out the gate and lose. I don't believe that. They got to win. They got to blow this team out. But this is a team you have to blow out. You can't let this team right here have confidence early and think they can play with you. No. Because that's what happened with Stanford. They started feeling themselves. This team, you can't let them think they can beat you, because they're not going to be scared of you. This team not going to be scared. This team acts like they're supposed to be there. So you gotta put the gas on them early and keep it on. I've been watching the roster. I don't know. 6'3", 205 wide receiver. Running back. Okay. We'll see what happens. 6'2", 205. I had that many wide receivers, but I know they probably got the walk ones that we don't see. What is this one? He 5'10", 209, Barika Pinu. I've heard about. I think I've already heard his name. Cole Payton, 6'3", 232, junior quarterback. This who Shador should expect to see in the game. Senior cornerback, 5'10", 189. Marcus Shepard, you should see him. You should see Oscar Benson, 6'1", 218. So, yeah. Oh, this looked like somebody that's gonna play. His name is Enoch Simbomana. Simbomana. Yeah, it looked like we're gonna hear him. Enoch Simbomana. It don't sound like he afraid of nobody. Enoch Simbomana. But I'm gonna get into their attributes later. After I finish doing some research. They got another wide receiver, 6'4", 215. They're beatable to me. I don't know. We're gonna see. Either beatable or can you blow them out? I would like to see a blowout, but if, that's just whatever. It don't always have to be a blowout, but we'll see, man. They're gonna try to waltz on in there like they belong there, but we're gonna have to keep the gas on and just keep pressing it. You say curb stomping North Dakota State. Okay, yeah, they got to do something. But that's the first game. That game sets the tempo for the rest of the season. Well, for the rest of the season, start out, blow them out, blow the next game out, go up to Nebraska, hand it to them, give them that work. Go to Colorado State, give them that work. Try to blow them out. They need to try to make it to where their fans leave the stadium early. That's how you really got them. The fans start to leave at that point. My IG, Rosecrans, or you asking somebody else? You said diversity. What is Peter? Let me see. Woods was moved to make room for Shiloh. What do you mean by diversity, Peter? Let me see. You could either, let me see, Bus Nations Daily. You could either hit me up there or, yeah. Let me see. You can hit me up there or, what's the other one? Yeah, hit me up. You can hit me up there. I got I'm horrible checking my emails because I don't get the updates. Like I don't get the ping or nothing. I gotta manually check. I need to fix that. But then I remember I cut it off, so I had to fix it. You said no old lineman is guaranteed to start fall camp. We'll have 12 to 15 linemen fighting to start. That's a good thing. If you got that many, that's good. Shimon Mateer has some good things to say about Benson. He said it's definitely an upgrade than they had the previous year. You said Charlie is a symbolic promotion to make it look like losing Dylan was not devastating. Um, you mean promoting him to number 2 or a scholarship? Because when he was promoted, Dylan was still there. Oh, dude, and man, you could get me on the Boss Mac show when I come out there, man. That'll be something else, man. Because I have to tell him, man, he's the reason why I started YouTube. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I will hit you up, Rosecrans. Just hit me up on IG. I'll give you my itinerary. I'm gonna be out there just for a few days, but I'm coming back. because I got family out there. Well, friend, they like families, friends, but we was gonna do some content out there too. Um, but the stuff she want me to do, I ain't trying to do all that. Um, but she wanted to take me up. I was like, don't y'all got mountain lions up there? I'm not trying to go in no mountains, man. If they already laughing about it, so that should be hilarious. Because I'm not trying to do no mountains. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. They said, no, no, no mountain. I said, I've seen the videos where guys being chased up there by mountain lions. I'm not trying to do that. That's all I need. That's all I need. Y'all would, man, I tell you, y'all wouldn't hear the last of it. You said Hayton, he's mid at bet. Here you go, Peter, with the mid. Leave that to Shador, man. Okay. Yeah, because you was like, you ain't gonna have no problems and stuff like that. I'm like, all right. Hey, Peter, you telling your age now. You said Dylan had 44 TDs in a single game. Only Al Bundy could do that. Yeah, now you telling your age. If you remember Al Bundy. Right, D. Jones, he transferred before the scholarship announcement. Shit, I'll take that scholarship. I'll take it. You know how tuition is? Tuition is crazy. Please give me the scholarship. I'll take it. He actually saw a time in the game last year. He was on special teams because remember, you always see him getting on the flight to go to away games. He was on special teams. He played. He actually got in the game and played special teams. Special teams important. Caleb Mathis played special teams. He actually got the first tackle. He got I believe the first recorded tackle of the season that was on special teams. He made a video on it. So he played special teams. He also played a little bit wide receiver. He's getting, you notice he's getting better as time go on. Wait till next year with Caleb. He's like no question that he's playing. No question. Play this year, but no question though next year. No question. He's getting better as time go on. And that's what you want to see. You want to see people evolve. So he's evolving, he's getting better. I mean, he already could run the routes, but he's getting bigger. But yeah, he got in a few games, special teams. He got on that plane when it was time to go to UCLA and stuff and different home games. He was there. You said you like smoke. Uh, you said he was getting locked up in the spring game. Caleb gonna see that field one way or the other. He building himself up. I feel that Travis J will see the field as well. You say, "Calm, man. Caleb is good." Like I said, some players be evolving. By his junior year, you'll see. Shiloh and Silman Craig, right? Or who's the safeties? Let me see. Shiloh and I want to say Silman Craig or Travis J or one of the others. Because they still have Trevor at linebacker. So you know what? I don't know the safeties. I don't know. I know Shiloh, and I'm gonna have to wait and see what they do. But I heard that whole thing that about Shiloh is fake news. I don't know why they started reporting that. ESPN, well, ESPN technically didn't report it. None of their analysts did. They cut and paste an article from the Buff something. That's what they did. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. It's really gonna be interesting. Thomas had made a good point one time. He was talking about how many times Milrow got sacked last year. And he said if you took away, he said if you put their attempts together, he said Milrow had less passing attempts, right? But if Shador had passed about the same amount, they would have got sacked about the same. But he just had more passing attempts. He said that matters. But I gotta look more into that. I don't really have you guys looked at the PFF grades and stuff for you said Shiloh, Trevor both playing linebacker and safety. Stoutmire, Travis J. I think Trevor, I don't know, well, Shiloh's staying at the safety spot. Trevor's at I think outside linebacker. And Cam, right. I remember his dad playing Omar Stoutmire. No, they go El Hombre. But yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna see what happens, man. Um, yeah, we're gonna see. What's up, Jen? What you up to? L Will, what y'all doing? What y'all up to? You said they post film of them torching Cam and Shiloh. Well, that film they get from the school, and it's just become a thing now to post all your good film. That's just like a thing they're doing around the country. Now, I think that was the other wide receiver posted at him and Shiloh. That was Willie Gaines. Oh yeah, I know he had him practice with the safety. He had to move back to safety, right? He said, "Stand in your lane, L. Will." I hear that. You saying he can't wrap up mainly because of that? So you think it's something wrong with his shoulder? Oh, you played 7 years in the league. That's a very long time. Hitman 96. Wait a minute, let me see. What's that? What is that helmet? Is that a Chiefs helmet? And you number 96? I can almost figure out who it is. If you did you play for the Chiefs? I'm gonna have to look into that number 96. But yeah, I appreciate you. I look at it from the perspective of I didn't play college football. I only played high school football, and there's levels to it, right? I'm looking at it from stopping off at that standpoint in a fan, right? I'm not talking like as I'm a professional because I didn't play. Because I believe really for you to really talk about it, you had to have played on that level to really understand what the players are going through. I didn't. I only went my level only went, but the high school and that was it. It dropped off. It plateaued. But yeah, you might say I'm weak in it. My level only went to from high school. That was it. But then I look at it from I mean, I know good football. I've been watching it since I was a kid. Since, Lawrence Taylor, Pepper Johnson, Mark Bavaro. I know what good tight ends look like. Mark Bavaro. Um, no, but I'm just telling you, Terrence, that's the perspective I'm coming from. I mean, you already know that. And then you guys fill in the blanks because I had it wrong one day. I forget what player it was. Then y'all told me. But then you got some players, I mean, analysts on here that actually played college, so they give you that perspective. Um, what's his name? Big Dog. He gives it to you from that perspective. There's another one I listen to. I mean, I listen to all the NFL players too. Chad Johnson. I listen, all of them. Pac-Man. He does really good with it too. Uh, all of them because they can give you that perspective from the NFL. But I'm like looking at it as a spectator that know a little something about it. I don't think their analysis is biased though. Yeah, rest in peace, Rashawn Salam. I remember that year when Rashawn Salam played. Oh yeah, definitely you gotta hop on. Hopefully, yeah, definitely you hop on anytime you want. Especially like man, come training camp. I would love to hear your perspective. Well, actually, the summer session coming up, they're on break now, but I would like to hear your perspective on what's going on. Yeah, you said 1% if these kids would be on the NFL roster. Hey, what is the percentage on that? Okay, for all the people that get drafted, it's less than 1% that will actually sign a contract. Out of the people that sign a contract, that number goes down on whoever go past their 3 years. I think the lifespan of a football player is 3 years because of the rookie contract. But the percentage goes down for people after that time period. And then there's a small percentage out of that that actually play longer than 5 years. So yeah, man, it's almost like hitting the lottery. Kind of, but not really. I mean, you got to work. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to it. Like Tom Brady is just like an enigma. That usually don't happen, like to play that long. Um, I mean, there's been a few that played quite a bit of time, but I don't want to get into that, Peter, on how you pass. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, they did have Westbrook there as the wide receiver. And then they also had what's his name, dad, as the tight end. He went on the wait, did he play that year? Or was it a little bit after that? No, he actually did, I believe. Forget the tight end. His son, remember he left the team last year. You said BJ Nelson would be a game changer. I'm waiting for that. Yeah, they had Eric Bieniemy, Peter. 13% of the 5 stars were drafted this year. Yeah. And you had some that wasn't even 5 stars that got drafted in the first round. They weren't even considered 5 stars. I don't know the percentage on that though. That's a good thing. I'm gonna look into that now that you said it. But it's really, really like it's a hard game. Like, we look at it like, damn, this should have happened, this should have happened. But it's really hard to win at that level, man. It's a really hard thing to do. NFL is even worse. Like, it's just like 100% everybody. Like, you thought you were the man, everybody the man. Like, it's a hard game to play. What's up, Big Worm? Majority of the draft with 3 star. Okay, what would I'm gonna look into the percentage. I know they give it out every year. You don't like the star system? Man, some kids in the hood that rush for that much and they don't get no shine. They just kind of drift away. I had a player back when I was playing back in the 90s. It was I forget his name, man. He went to a small public school. This kid ran for his freshman year, okay, freshman in high school, straight out of 8th grade, ran for over 1,000 yards or close to it. I think it was close to it. But then he was like the record breaker for his school in rushing, and I believe he got a spot at Rutgers. So I'm from New Jersey. I think he got a spot at Rutgers, and then I didn't hear from him anymore. He didn't stay on the team. Some was say it might have been grades. I'm not sure, but never heard from him again. And he wasn't a small back either. He was probably like, like the typical running backs now, the average size. But yeah, politics. It was just I don't know if it was the grades though, because he didn't strike me as somebody. He was like that was a bad kid, or he just kind of just that was it. Yeah, Rosecrans. That's another thing. Um, my friend, right? Her daughter played basketball. Do you know every weekend she taking her to a camp every weekend, and now she's being invited to this like now she play field hockey, so she's invited to something. She's always got her into something, and these colleges are looking at her. You said you played at EUF and had 5 stars all around. We won a national championship. A lot of them didn't get drafted, and they did. Yep. Some didn't pan out in the league. Yep. Yeah, she's getting like the opportunity because she's going to all these camps and they just stay on it with her. But even then, even still, she was saying that it's very competitive, like basketball. And she was telling me even with the women's game, it's so much competition, even at the high school level, that some people get ignored. It's just, and they go by height too. Like, so she was like, but she's still getting considered with offers though. She got a visit with Oregon. Well, she not yet. She's going. But it's pretty it's a lot of competition everywhere. You say you have all the records and yards with a team, and when yeah, they weren't really winning like that. They won a little bit, but not a state title. Yeah. What year was that, Mers? Oh, you talking about his daughter. Never mind. I can't remember his name. And then it was another player that went to my high school. He was like the all-time leading rusher, and I didn't hear from him no more. That was it. He had his name was Omar something. He I believe he got on at Rutgers as well. Didn't hear from him after that. That was it. I think he played a year at Rutgers and that was it. He was done. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's like I don't know. It's like a combination of a lot of things to succeed, but still. I know Coach Prime was saying here recently, they had that meeting. He was like, look, the coach at the end said, you got to win. He said, look at how many people Michigan sent to the draft because they were winning. He said that's ultimately what it is as well. For some people that's getting overlooked, they might get looked if they had a winning team. So I guess sometimes you got to be in the right spot at the right time. I don't know. Like Green Bay, you saying? I honestly think Eddie George, you mentioned Eddie George just now. I think he'll stay a few more years at the HBCU level. I could see him moving up too at some point. He went to a camp for coaches in the NFL last season. You said he probably a Prince Hall man. I never heard about him being a Mason. Peter, every team got some favorites. Every team does. That's how it is. Yeah, Peter is better suited. He got to come on the panel. I don't know if he mean what he typing though. It ain't like his stuff is getting lost in translation. We clearly see what he's saying. It's not getting lost in translation. No, they were saying that Tennessee could be a possibility for Shedeur or Travis. But what I'm saying is we don't know who's going to get that draft. We don't know what the draft order going to be like. Now it depends on that draft order. I'm thinking Travis might be the overall number 1 pick, right? And the next one who needs that quarterback is going for Shedeur. Remember, I joked and said one of them coming to the Jets. I just don't see it because, I mean, if they're in the top 3, it could happen, but I just don't see the Jets getting that, being in the top 5 next year. I don't see it. Well, he came out and said that no, he didn't mean that. There's some teams that should hold back. He was just saying that if you're used to playing in hot weather, then he wouldn't like to see the kids in cold weather. But you said Colorado or Nebraska, see if actions speak louder than words, vice versa. Yeah, we're gonna see because they both start at the same time. That's what I would say. Give it a few years. We're in year 2. I would say by the 4th year, maybe the 3rd, 4th. Just depends on what happens. You said Cam said Shedeur might be going to Atlanta. I could see that too. But what about they just picked up Penix? And they still have Kirk Cousins there, so I want to know who Kirk Cousins' agent is, because what kind of agent do he have, man? Do you see this roster max CU this year? Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that, Charles, because I'm trying to bet on every game now. So if you thinking it's this year, then I'm with you on it. I'm not betting against them. I always bet on the underdog, man. I'm betting with them. I mean, they got Kirk Cousins and Penix, so and now I can't see him going to Atlanta. It's going to come down to the teams in the top 5. And I honestly think they're going to go with Travis first and then Shedeur. You said Shedeur get drafted by the Giants? I could see that. Somebody said Vegas too. A lot of people saying Vegas. You said the Seahawks. I don't know. I know the Jets. We need a backup. Just for Rodgers, I don't know how long he's going to play. We definitely need a legitimate backup to be ready. But I can't see him going there because they made a lot of trades, and I don't think they're going to be in the top 5 next year. He got Tony Romo. Yeah, Tony did good too, didn't he? He did good in his career. He stayed with Dallas all those years. You say Cam Ward better than Shador to you? We're gonna see what he do in Miami. Um, they got the same quarterback coach. We probably see them link up at some point in this break. I know they worked out during the break, so you might see him again featured in the well off video. You said Raiders, Tennessee, Giants, New Orleans, Dallas. They need quarterbacks. I could see him going to Dallas. He don't have to play right away. They still have Dak. So let's see what he do in Miami. And check that out this year coming up. Well, I'm curious to see what he's going to do. And I definitely see Ward getting drafted, though. Definitely see it. First round. We're going to see what he do this season, but anyway, let me run out of here, guys. I might come back later. We'll see, or tomorrow. But anyway, no news. They on break right now. Look for some more pickups coming up at some point. There's a lot of people in the portal. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get a lot more people in. And that's pretty much it. Get ready for summer ball. You said Ward was projected from 5th round. We'll see. But all right, y'all. You said there's no way he's going to Dallas unless you predict Cowboys are going to tank. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're going to have a tank season. I don't know. Oh, TB Live? Yeah, I'm going to check TB Live out right now. Worm, can you link it up for us before we sign off? Link up TB Live for us. And then I'm going to go listen to that. And then see what my niece up to. Her and her boyfriend coming through. They always come over here hungry. I said, why don't y'all go out, man? Like they, as soon as they come in, they make a beeline to the refrigerator. It's hilarious. I said, y'all got holes in your stomachs. What's going on, man? You know, college students, they come over here because I'm the closest like family out here, like in Virginia. So they come through here. Sometimes they come here where I'm not here. She got a key. And I know they here because food gone. I said, man, them kids can eat. But I'm telling them I might have to just tell them to come in. I got to step out. They'll probably come get something to eat. They probably going out. Let's see what they up to. All right, so there's his link right there. All right, so check out TB Live. That's Big Worm right there. I'll be over in a second to listen. But y'all have a good one if I don't talk to you. And enjoy your weekend. All right, y'all.